Hi guys, welcome to Pivotal Traders. Today we will be discussing about the expiry range for tomorrow. We'll be deducing our actions from the price action which happened today. Also, we'll be using upon the open interest data and how we can plan upon tomorrow's expiry. So let's get started and check. So on the chart, you can see that I have already drawn some of the lines, which is the black line, the red lines. The black line is denoting the price point where the maximum trade has taken place in the history around these level vicinity. So that was reduced by looking at the point of congestion. You can see some point of congestion which happened around this level and some congestion around this level. I have aggregated both the areas and I have tried to deduce a black line which denotes that maximum trade has taken place at the black line in the history before taking this downfall. So that what is represented by the black line, where the red line is denoting another price action front. So if we talk about the red line over here, that is simply the price action based line which we have drawn on the 4-hour chart. You can see a strong reaction was created by this price point in the previous history, and you can see that the candles were not able to close below this in the past, and one bearish candle did pierce this red line and close below it. Now what the story can be is that the Bank Nifty can try to cross this level, but definitely crossing this red line would be a challenge in itself. So that's why we have drawn two upper boundaries for the Bank Nifty to expire for tomorrow. And on the lower front, we have simply drawn the price action, which was also around the 200 moving average on 4-hour chart, and that is around 32,144. So this is the plan for the expiry range. And if we are to just verify our ranges, we can see that here that 33,500 is having considerable amount of call writing, and on the lower front 32,500 is having considerable put writing. So our range, which is defined by 33,300, is also somewhat safer and inside 200 points, because 33,500 is having the maximum call writing, which is somewhere around this. So the open interest data is signifying that some bullishness is there in the market, but the kind of movement which happened in the Bank Nifty, it limits its growth on the upside. So I have tried to be as much reasonable as possible on the upside, and I think that this resistance level would be a very challenging. If it crosses this, then definitely our range expiry is not worth it, but definitely I believe that these two lines would be very important for tomorrow. Now on the lower front, very easily 32,150 is our range on the lower side, and you can see here 32,500 is the maximum put writing around the vicinity. So in that terms we are safer. And if we look at the multi-strike OI and try to make some sense here, you can see that today 33,000 call writing had complete edge throughout the day. Even though it started to fall off after 1 o'clock, the fall was in sync with other strike prices. So 33,000 in itself will be a psychological level of resistance for the Bank Nifty, and today's close was also below 33,000. So that also somewhat signifies that 33,000 is a strong resistance level for the Bank Nifty, which it is hesitating to cross. Now if we look at the cumulative OIs, we see that the puts are being very much in lead, and this should be expected for tomorrow also. So any sort of short covering can be a possibility for tomorrow if Bank Nifty breaks 33,000 and stays afloat above it for a considerable amount of time, more than 1 hour. If we are to look at the PE minus CE difference in the option writing, we see that since the morning 19 lakhs were added. Okay, in the morning 19 lakhs were added, and by the close of the market minus 6 lakh was the trend. So many people have squared off their position because they were anticipating a bull run in the Bank Nifty, but their hope was not materialized, and that's why we can see that the open interest fell down in fact at the end of the day. So this is the range for tomorrow. So if we are to look at the price action, how the market will open and how its behavior can be captured, let's just switch to 15 minutes chart. So if we are to look at the possibility of Bank Nifty opening gap up, then in that case that would be a perfect point for the bulls to cover their profit and not to delve into the volatility of the expiry range, and the gap filling would be quick enough to happen, and the Bank Nifty should expire within the defined range. However, if the Bank Nifty opens flat, that would be the continuation of this trend which we have seen that was bullish in nature and trying to take some support at the 20 moving average here and around this level also. So that would be a bullish move by the Bank Nifty, and it would try to take some resistance at these points. And in the end, it should be able to expire within the range as defined. However, if the Bank Nifty opens gap down, it would be a perfect scenario for the bulls to continue their quest to lift the Bank Nifty upside, and that definitely some kind of realization would happen by the bulls. Price would be lifted, but the lift in the price would be exhausted by the time it reaches the black and the red line. So some sort of resistance will happen due to exhaustion around this level, and the Bank Nifty should expire within the defined range. So that's how it is. Let me just clearly segregate the colors of these. So I've changed the color. You can see that the three possibilities is depicted by these points. I hope you plan your trade for tomorrow, and you can plan to sell 33,300 calls, and on the lower side you can plan to sell 32,200 puts. So that would be the idea for the expiry range. Also, you can try to straddle 32,800, which was also the bet which was recommended by me in the morning, and I also traded that live on TradingView. You can also check that. So that's it, guys. That's it for today. If this video interests you, then hit like and also comment your queries and also share among your peers. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.